What's up, y'all? I'm Mason, and this is
J-Dub.
and we are the Final Call movie review show. Today we are reviewing Top 5, the Chris Rock directed, Chris Rock written, Chris Rock starred film that also features Rosario Dawson and Gabrielle Union. So, who wouldn't like this movie? I mean, hell, it's also got Tracy Morgan and J.B. Smoove and Kevin Hart. There's a lot of good, funny people in this movie. It's a funny movie. It's about Chris Rock is like a kind of a washed up former alcoholic comedian. It's had a lot of success in funny movies and really doesn't believe he's funny anymore because he's sober. So he's like dealing with all of that shit. Plus he's like having a reality show with Gabrielle Union where he's like getting married on TV and it's all just a show and a spectacle, and it's just a bunch of madness going on around this guy's life, and he's trying to get it together, and he's got this interview about this new really serious movie that he put out about some like some Haitian uprising of slaves. It's really, really crazy, but it's a damn funny movie. Basically, Chris Rock runs around with Rosario Dawson, and they go places and talk to people and ask people what their top 5 is while he like tries to figure out his life and how to like get it together. So,
like an adult coming of age movie.
Right, like a coming of midlife crisis.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Like a coming of midlife crisis for the sober comedian that's never made people laugh unless he was drunk. You know, it's a good movie.
That is a real thing, you know. I mean, I think we might have just coined a new term. What do we call it? A coming of midlife crisis.
Yeah,
that's a real thing. We're mid-30s, and the struggle is real.
Yeah.
That's not just a saying. That ain't no game. But this movie was. It wasn't very well publicized. I didn't know about it until it hit the Red Box, and I copped it off of there. So, this movie I went into it thinking, when you start off right there, the first thing that comes to mind when you say, this movie is starring, written by, and directed by Chris Rock, you're like, oh God.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. What is it this time? I didn't quite have my expectations that low, but they weren't exactly, oh, well, this is going to be phenomenal. No, I walked away from this movie laughing my ass off for however long it is. Laugh riot all the way through with its fair amount of well-placed, dramatic moments.
Yeah, it's a good heartfelt story.
Good heartfelt story. Nothing really tear-jerky or sappy or anything like that. It's very all well-placed, and it has an independent feel to it, and for being... And I guess you could kind of call it an underground success. I'm really surprised that it didn't get more praise or recognition than us. Just I don't know how you found out about it, but just stumbling upon it.
He advertised it on Stern, and I didn't get around to seeing it until recently. But yeah, I didn't have massive expectations, but I don't know if they were as low as your expectations perhaps were for the whole Chris Rock written, directed, and starring, etc. It's not nearly as off-putting to me as, say, an Adam Sandler written, directed, and starring film. But I digress. This movie made me laugh quite a bit, and like I said, it's heartfelt, it's smart, it's well-paced, and it's a good movie. So, personally, on a scale from 1 to 100, I would have to give this film a 78.
Wow. Yes, because it is a very, very good comedy. If you can it might be on TV still, but however you get your hands on a copy, definitely do it. Very underrated. Like I said, I'm surprised it didn't get more recognition. I have to follow pretty close, give it just a little bit higher, but I'm going with an 83 out of 100.
Right on. So the final call would definitely be to see it if you have the opportunity to see it.
By any means necessary.
And then, out of character, we're going to do one other thing. What is your top 5?
Okay, so my top 5 that I came up with within a span of 20 seconds. And if anybody hasn't seen the movie, top 5 is supposed to be your top 5 hip hop artists or group of all time.
Right.
Just off the top of your head.
Right.
I say Busta Rhymes, Beastie Boys, Redman, Wu-Tang, and Kid and Play. Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Yeah, that's something right there. I would have to say Eminem, Beastie Boys, Old Dirty Bastard, Redman. And I think I gotta put Tribe out there too. I really like Tribe stuff. So at this point, but yeah, Redman and Old Dirty. Old Dirty would probably be my number 1, quite frankly. But yeah. So see top 5 wherever you get the chance, and come up with your own top 5.
And comment below.
Yeah, list it in the comments. All right.
We're here interested to see everybody's top 5, y'all. Go see the movie, come back with your top 5.
Let us know.
Let us know. Everybody got one. Don't hate.